Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bunny Says, and we're back playing Cinderella Phenomenon. It's about nasty degrees out. Hot and it's fairly humid. Extremely humid, actually. I'd say about 80 degrees Fahrenheit. It's very late. It's about 28 degrees Celsius. And I'm in a room with the windows closed. So let's not let me boil in here. Okay. It's alright. I'm doing okay. I get the fan on low and things are going alright. I have a nice, cool, refreshing drink with me. Excuse me. I always worry that's too loud. I swallow, and I tend to swallow. When I swallow sort of loud. The noise. And I worry that I'm swallowing right into the microphone because I have to sort of lean forward. And the microphone's there. And I'm afraid it's, you suddenly hear this nasty, swallow sound. But anyway, we're here to play Cinderella Phenomenon, and I remember this exactly because we were doing it this morning. And I remember Lucette met Varg out in the hallway. Sir Alcaster and Varg. So Alcaster went off somewhere, and Varg is the tuxedo mask, as I call him, tuxedo mask. Type of character with the black mask and the black cloak and the mysterious looking sort of look to his face. And he almost forced us to escort him into the throne room to the ball. Now, normally Lucette said that the announcer would just be there and would just announce him as he came in. But since he came late, very late, he semi-demanded that she bring him in there. Now, she did, and she feels very uncomfortable with him and thinks he has something to do with Sir Alcaster. Well, they were with each other, so he obviously does. And she thinks it's something sinister or ominous. So we came in, and we were ahead of him. He was trailing behind us. And we had a choice to make. And I left off there. I remember a cliffhanger there. We had the choice to do something to warn Rod or warn Emmeline. Now she says, I might have time to warn someone about him while he is distracted. But who? Now, I remember going into thinking that I should warn Rod, because I don't think Emmeline really knows the whole situation, knows what's going on, and warning her wouldn't do very much. Yeah, I mean, that's it. It's that simple. So, she is being courted. Now, I mean, I guess there's a possibility that he might run up and grab her and cast a spell or something on her, but just disappear with her. But we are supposedly it's the middle of the ball, and there are, presumably hundreds of people here, so, or at least dozens here. Hopefully he won't do something like that right in the middle of a big public place. So I think we should warn Rod, who might have access to Parfait or Delora or something like that. Maybe we could distract this guy for a little while until Rod comes back with some help. So, okay, I'm going to warn Rod. Let's just go right for it. Excuse me. My eyes fall on Rod. I notice that he is leaning against one of the walls, away from the crowds. I head directly for him, moving quickly, so that Varg is not right behind me. Rod. Rod frowns at me as I come to stand in front of him. What? There's a man here called Varg. I think Sir Alcaster brought him. Sir Alcaster? Apparently Varg is one of the suitors for Emmeline's hand. Rod glances past me at Varg, his eyes narrowed. Is that him? Is that Varg? When I turn back and follow his line of sight, I almost gasp in shock. What? Really? Varg is bent over one of Emmeline's hands, clearly having just pressed a kiss to the back of it. You should have kept him away from Em. But Rod and I are not too far away so we can hear him clearly. But the throne room is already hushed at the sight of the Crown Princess being so boldly, directly addressed. Oh, it's Varg and Emmeline, okay. Varg, may I have the first dance, Your Highness? I feel sick, but cannot bring myself to say anything more as Emmeline puts her hand in Varg's. Well, the thing is, we don't... other than him being with Sir Alcaster, we really have no suspicion against him, other than him looking, crazy mysterious, and it seeming... It failing to be very, very obvious, but Emmeline and the people here wouldn't really... Other than him being bold and dragged, they wouldn't have any... It would seem odd if we suddenly... Like if I had blocked him from Emmeline, everyone would be looking at me like, what are you doing? He hasn't done anything yet. He hasn't done it, he's just eccentric. That's it, You can't do that. So I still feel I was right to talk to Rod first. Okay, well, I feel sick but cannot bring myself to say anything more as Emmeline puts her hand at Varg's. Okay. I accept Lord Varg. Well, she seems sort of happy. The moment Emmeline makes her way to the center of the dance floor, a man signals to the band, and the musicians start playing. Now, hopefully, Emmeline just, blows off some time while we figure out what to do. Oh, okay, wait a minute here. Rod says, this feels wrong. I could only nod as I watch Varg pull Emmeline closer. At first, it is just he and Emmeline dancing, but then other couples gradually trickle in to join them. Okay, that seems okay so far. I mean, unless he cast a spell or something on her when he kissed her hand, Maybe some kind of charm spell or something, Okay, there's Lucette. I do not like this at all. Rod and I watch in silence as the first dance continues on. I know for a fact that Rod must see the dreamy smile on Emmeline's face, as certainly as I can. Okay, yeah, that doesn't sound good. When the music stops, both of us move as one toward Emmeline. Even though the dance is over and Varg has released her, they still stand close together in the center of the room. The silence is interrupted when the double doors open and Sir Alcaster, along with two knights, stalk into the center of the room, where Emmeline and Varg stand. Their arrival causes an uneasy stir in the crowds. The king rises from his throne, eyebrows drawn. King Gennaro. Alcaster, is there some kind of disturbance? Alcaster says nothing as the knights stationed around the room approach Emmeline and Varg and stand around them, encircling them. Oh God, he's going to do the coup right in the middle of the ball. God, okay. Emmeline's expression shifts from confusion to fear. The crowd becomes even more anxious. King Gennaro. Alcaster, explain this. Alcaster briefly glances at him, but says nothing. Oh. He turns back to his knights and snaps his fingers. The knights pull out their swords and point them at Emmeline. Oh God, he did do it. Wow, he just... Okay. Right in the middle of... Oh. Wow, okay. Now I know I should have stayed with them. Okay, Rod. M. I reach out to grab Rod's hand before he can make his way toward her. Rod, it's too dangerous. I know, but thoughtless actions have the potential to put Emmeline in even more danger. Rod's only response is to tighten his grip on my hand. I place my other hand over his to reassure him, and slowly but surely his grip begins to loosen. Well, maybe it was good that we were with Rod, because that way we could like run off together and go to the marché and we could escape, you know. Oh, I don't know. If I stayed with Emmeline, then I think we would have both been captured. Okay. I turn my gaze back to the king. Alcaster, stop this immediately. What do you think you're doing? Alcaster, something I should have done a long time ago. I've been nothing but loyal to this kingdom, and all I have ever wanted was for Angel to thrive. But ever since the queen died, this kingdom has become weak. It's because you are a weak ruler, Gennaro. What? The people were more productive back then, more disciplined during the late queen's reign. The kingdom has become less productive without fear to drive them. When there is power, there is order. Power is not something that should be needlessly used to control people. It is used to protect them. You of all people should know that. So Alcaster shakes his head. I of all people know that order is what makes a hierarchy stronger. I am only doing what is necessary. I am reorganizing the system. King Gennaro has nothing to say there. Hand over the crown, Gennaro. Wow, he's bold, isn't he? Okay, well. Sir Alcaster turns his head to Varg, who remains standing beside a scared Emmeline. You will obey me if you do not want your precious daughter harmed. Ophelia, please, leave my daughter out of this. Emmeline steps back, her eyes now brimming with tears. Alcaster, Varg, seize the princess. As soon as Sir Alcaster gives the order, Rod immediately lets go of my hand and rushes toward his sister. Rod, no. I quickly follow after him, but Rod suddenly stops in his tracks. I bump abruptly into his back. Rod? Alcaster speaking now. Varg. Sir Alcaster's booming voice echoes around the room, which has suddenly gone eerily silent. My eyes move to Varg, but he is standing motionless. Really? What's going on now? Okay, Lucette, what is happening? Finally, Varg smirks. He steps to the side, standing in front of Emmeline as if to block her from view. What is going on now? Emmeline, Sir Varg? Varg, You must be delusional, old man. I am not letting you anywhere near the princess. What? Okay, Alcaster looks sort of shocked at that. Oh, what's going on now? The knight's next movements are a blur as I rush at Sir Alcaster. In mere moments, he has been disarmed and pinned to the ground. Several more knights have also appeared from behind to surround Sir Alcaster. A man emerges from in between the circle of knights. He moves to stand beside Varg and Emmeline. It's Mithros. Sir Mithros looks at Sir Alcaster disdainfully. Alcaster. What is the meaning of this, Mithros? We had a deal. The anger is now palpable in Sir Alcaster's flushed face. Did we now? That was Mithros. King Gennaro. Mithros, explain yourself. Sir Mithros drops to one knee in front of the king. Of course, Your Majesty. He raises his head slightly to look at the king. I have known for a long while that the man you see before you is a traitor. I was even aware of his plans, but I cannot tell you of them without any evidence. 2 of your knights had tried to inform you of these plans before, but we all looked down on them with disdain. I had to make sure that I did not come unprepared like they did. Wherein and Galan? What? Both of them knew of Sir Alcaster's plans? This is Lucette now. Was that the reason why they were dishonorably discharged? For false accusations? Mithros. I knew enough of his plan that I could thwart it. This is why I thought the best way to reveal his dastardly ways was to craft a fake alliance with him. Sir Varg and I have been working together to unravel Alcaster's plans, Your Majesty. Varg is an invaluable accomplice. Lucette. Wait, so Sir Mithros has been pretending to work with Sir Alcaster this whole time? Mithros. And so we arrive at the events of tonight. I apologize for undertaking this task without seeking your counsel, Your Majesty. But I can think of no better way to end this madness once and for all. Alcaster. You lying snake! Sir Mithros stands and turns to Alcaster. He gestures at him dismissively. Seize him. The knight's next movements are a blur. The men rush Sir Alcaster all at once, and in mere moments Sir Alcaster has been disarmed and is now pinned to the ground. Okay, he was there. That was said before, but okay. Lucette. Isn't Sir Alcaster a witch? Why is he not using his magic? King Gennaro. Mithros, I am indebted to you for saving us. The whole kingdom is. I only did what was necessary, Your Majesty. The king glances at the knights, then at Sir Alcaster, his gaze steely. Take him away. Sir Alcaster struggles uselessly against the knights as they drag him away. He's nearly out the door when he starts screaming at the king. Gennaro, you're a fool. That man is a witch. A snake. You cannot trust him. Like he could say anything. No, King Gennaro. No, Alcaster. I was wrong to put my trust in you. Even as Sir Alcaster is pulled from the room, we can hear him babbling in the hallways about a witch. Lucette. Sir Alcaster never used any magic to escape. Was he truly not a witch? Varg. Are you all right, Princess? I am pulled from my thoughts when I hear Varg's voice. He is now trying to comfort a shaken Emmeline. For a few moments, he looks away and his eyes meet mine. He smiles, but it is fleeting, and moments later his attention is back on Emmeline. Okay. That was different than what I expected. Give me 1 second here. Now, from everyone else's point of view, it certainly would seem like Alcaster was trying to take over, trying to do a coup, and that Mithros was certainly trying to help. You know, it looks exactly like what he says, and he stopped Alcaster, so okay. We're in the hallways of the kingdom here now, so the ball comes to an abrupt end after Alcaster's stunt. He's thrown into a jail cell and promised a trial after a few days' time, where he will be tried for treason against the kingdom. Not surprising. Okay. Emmeline. Ooh, she looks mad. I still can't believe Sir Alcaster would do something like that. And so brazenly too. I wonder, what happened to Sir Fitzgerald? They say he vanished completely last night. Do you think he was working with his father? Lucette. The truth is that I have no idea what to think. I had thought that I had everything figured out, but now I become more and more confused by the moment. Fritz was always loyal to a fault, but then Sir Alcaster was the same way with the king. I have not seen or heard of Fritz for weeks. I could not really say. Oh, okay. Varg is here. Ah, good morning, Princess Emmeline. Sir Varg. Varg was offered a room at the palace for a few days' visit. He is being treated as Sir Mithros' valued guest. I have heard from the other servants that he is Sir Mithros' relative, who lives in a neighboring kingdom. I hope that you're feeling well now, Princess. Yes, thank you for your help last night. Is Emmeline blushing? Varg. I know I won't be here long, but I do hope to get to know you better during the duration of my stay. Emmeline, I would love that. Varg, then I am looking forward to spending more time with you. Wow, Emmeline looks really happy. Oh, there's Emmeline. Oh, I forgot to mention. I forgot that I am meant to be in my mother's room right now. Lucette, Sir Varg, I'll see you both later. Oh, okay. I curtsy as Emmeline walks off, leaving me alone with Varg. I cannot help but feel uneasy in his presence. Something about him puts me on edge. He makes me feel uncomfortable. Excuse me, I have errands to attend to. Varg, wait. Before you head out, I have something to give you. Give me? Varg reaches into one of his pockets and withdraws a letter that he holds out to me. Really, what's this? What is this about? He just showed a letter. Well, I guess you'll have to open it and find out, Princess. My blood turns to ice in my veins. Oh God, that's right. He knows I am the princess. That could only mean that he is... That's right, Frog just said princess. So he knows she's the princess, so... Lucette, I have no idea what you were talking about. Excuse me. I am about to leave when Vogue suddenly grabs my wrist. The play is just about to start, princess. You have a responsibility as the main character to perform impeccably until the very end. Otherwise, well... He grins at me. It is the same wolfish smile that he flashed at me during the ball. You might miss out on your fairy tale ending. What? Before I can say anything else, I feel a hand grip my other arm. Someone tugs me back away from Vrog, then comes to stand in front of me. Oh, it's Rod. Okay. Stay away from her. Rod. Varg looks at Rod and at me, his smile growing more crooked. What an interesting turn of events. I wonder how this will end for the both of you. Tell me, Lucette, what is he to you? That was Varg asking. Now we have a choice. Either say he's a friend or say nothing. Oh, wow, okay. Well, what a bad choice. If I say he is a friend, right, then maybe Rod will be mad or feel bad, and that'll sort of dash any kind of romantic relationship we might have, which we shouldn't be having anyway with our stepbrother. And Rod probably won't believe it anyway, but at least, we could say we said it out in front of him. But if we say nothing, then, if Varg even gets a hint that we like Rod, he might use that against both us and Rod. He might try to, kidnap one of us to try to force the other to do something or whatever. But, oh God, so what should I say? You know what? I'm going to say nothing. I'm not going to say anything. He is more than a friend. I don't want to... Well, he is actually more than a friend, and this guy knows it. He is actually our stepbrother. We could, that is true. So, if we say he's a friend, Vargas, immediately knows we're lying, and he knows we're trying to lie, so he'll suspect us something from that anyway, so... Well, okay. This game has actually pretty hard choices. I'm sort of surprised sometimes. Okay, I'll say nothing. I'm gonna say nothing. Okay. No answer, Be in denial all you want. At the end of the day, you're going to have to decide who and what you will choose. Who or what to choose? Rod. Silence. You are harassing one of our staff members. Of course. I apologize for my rude behavior, Your Highness. Lucette, you seem to know a lot about us. Are you I lower my voice. Are you a witch? Frog, you're asking the wrong person, Princess. He knows who you really are? Rod is saying that because Varg said princess, so he now knows that Varg actually knows that she's the princess, so... Varg, I think you two are worrying too much about me. After all, I'm just a pawn in this game. Varg dips into an elegant bow and flashes one last smile before walking away. Rod, are you alright? I am. Thank you for helping me. You know I'd do anything for you. What? Sebi. What? Rod shakes his head before stepping away. Anything. For me? Rod coughs, pulling me from the thought. Is it possible that he's a witch or that he's working with other witches? But we have no evidence to prove it. Oh, it is possible that he is a witch or that he is working with other witches. Okay. Until we figure out what's going on, you need to be wary of him. I know. Rod smiles at me gently. The look makes my heart thud once, painfully in my chest. Stop staring at me like that. That's Rod. Rod looks away, his cheeks tinged red. I feel my own cheeks warm at the sight. I wasn't staring at all. Rod, Lucette. Okay. Sebi, both of you are hopeless. Shut up, Sebi. Remember, Sebi is the bunny doll on Rod's shoulder. Rod gives me one last look before finally turning and walking away. I place my hand over my chest, where I could still hear my thudding heartbeat. This feeling, if it is what I think it is, then I have no right to feel that way about him. He is my stepbrother. She obviously has not watched Game of Thrones at all. Okay. I shake my head to clear the thought, then glance down at the letter that Vogue just delivered to me. I was just thinking in Game of Thrones, this would be like nothing. Okay. Oh, that's right, the letter. Okay, I shake my head to clear the thought, then glance down at the letter that Vogue just delivered to me. There is only one sentence written on it. Oh. Come to the throne room alone tonight. Okay. Chapter 9. The Wedding. Okay, it's gone on past 30 minutes. We're going to stop here, and we have some things to think about there. There was a coup at an attempted coup at the ballroom, and Mithros revealed himself to stop Sir Alcaster, and Varg has suddenly appeared. Now, I would have to be sort of foolish to not realize that Varg keeps suddenly appears when Sir Fitzgerald keeps disappearing. So, but he does keep saying he's a pawn, so I'm wondering if Mithros is the witch and he has some kind of spell cast on Varg. He must. I mean, I'm guessing, so. Alright, well, obviously, it says here the throne room is empty when I arrived, so that means Lucette obviously came to the throne room, and it's this night, and she came alone, but we're going to stop here, so, and we'll continue on, and I hope to see you soon, and I hope you're listening, and you like and enjoy this, so I'll see you soon.